Doggone it. The dang lines. Why does it do this to me? All right, there we go. We are starting chapter 7. We are actually, though, going to check out our notes from chapter 3. So what we did in chapter 3 really is going to be the basis for what we do in chapter 7. So it's worth it to just make sure you have those notes. If you're one of our new students and you weren't here in chapter 3, these videos are available in the teaching videos folder. Even if you were here and you want a refresher, that would be the place to check for them, or they're on YouTube. Specifically, I want to zoom in here on page 16. So in chapter 3, we talked about writing algebraic expressions. An expression is a mathematical sentence. In chapter 7, we are switching gears to writing equations. And it's the sunlight is making this weird. It's an equation if it has an equal sign and it's something that either is true or is not true. So when I do 6y plus 1 equals 18, there's only a certain value that will make this equation true. So if it doesn't have an equal sign, it's an expression. If it does, it's an equation. And if it's an equation, you can solve it. So we are going to start by doing some very similar things as what we did in this unit. Like in this unit, we took phrases and turned them into expressions. And we took that same thing here. And so needing to know those words like sum, difference, product, quotient, those will be important again. But this time it'll be that something plus something equals something. Okay? Expressions to phrases was the other way to do it. So now we can begin on page 37. And equations are very useful, primarily in solving real-world problems. So this will be one of those things that you do use in your real life. Did I say? This sunlight is becoming a problem. A little better. Okay, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, so writing an equation, let's say we have something that says the sum of a number C and 7 is 15. Sum tells us that this is an addition problem, and we're adding C and 7 equals 15. Now this is something we can solve, and you might already know this. What plus 7 would equal 15? That would be 8 plus 7 equals 15. So we say C is equal to 8. C is the same thing as 8. A reminder that this thing right here is called a variable. It's important to know that term because in this chapter, we are going to start using equations that have not just one variable, but two. So we need to be really comfortable using that word. Okay? Let's try. Sometimes we get a word problem. So after 3 rounds, 40 people have been, oh, my black pen's dying, been eliminated from a dodgeball tournament, and 36 are still left. So this is a sentence. We can write an equation to help us figure out how many people started in the tournament. So something that you might instinctively do is you say, oh, I'm just going to add together the people that are eliminated and the people that are still there and get the total. And that is one thing you could do. We are going to try to write an equation where we put in a variable for the number of people who started and then take out the people who are eliminated. So let's do S for started. That's going to be our S. S for started, take away 40 people equals 36 people. And now we can say, all right, what minus 40 would equal 36? It would be 76. So 76 people started the tournament. So I think with that, you are ready. You are ready, but I did just remember I wanted to have you make another this is going to be an important box for you. Probably that. We're going to do the words. So for an addition problem, the answer to an addition problem is a sum. The answer to a subtraction problem is a difference. The answer to a multiplication problem, which can be written just with the dot or with the asterisk, or when the variable is right next to the letter, like 6j means 6 times j. That is the product. And when it is division, which can be this sign, it's not the color I meant to use, this sign, or the slash, or if we have something on top of something else like j over 6, that would mean divide. And the answer to that is a quotient. And that will be helpful for you to know going forward. All right, 7-1.